Hello, YouTube. This is Asatsu 5, and I want to talk about kilts. Why? Well, I'm bringing you in on the discussion. What it pretty much boils down to, why I make some of these off topic videos, is because I pretty much buy everything that I test. Companies generally don't send me things to test and review. Um, there was a my brother gets me things for Christmas. Not occasionally, but he does get me things for Christmas, and I get him things for Christmas that we're interested in. But generally, um, the stuff that you see on my YouTube channel, I buy with my own money. Therefore, it gets very expensive, and I'm trying to save my money. I'm trying to be responsible with my money. So I don't have things to review all the time. I'm not a very good trader, so I don't trade for a lot of things. Um, but I still want to make videos and to have content because the gaps between my testing and review videos is very sparse. I don't make videos on a daily basis. And so, if I think about something to talk about, I try to bring you in on the conversation. I don't have things to talk about on a daily basis, but when I do think of something to talk about, I try to share it with you. And today we're talking about kilts. Why are we talking about kilts? Because I work as a groundskeeper in dead of summer, um, anywhere from 85 to 103 degrees Fahrenheit, and about anywhere from like 70 to 90% humidity. It is miserable. I was like to the point where sweat's running in my eyes, it's burning my eyes, and I can't literally see what I'm doing. I have to, get a bandana or something or a schmog and wipe my face off. Um, you know, Chafing. Your clothes is like 3 times as heavy from the sweat. It's miserable. And I noticed on Forged in Fire, and before Forged in Fire, John Fitson, they wear kilts and they forge. They work in a very hot environment and they wear kilts. And I assume this is for ventilation. So I was talking to my coworkers about this. I was like, I wonder if I should get a kilt. You're on your ZTR mower, legs spread apart, um, you know, in a probably not so kilt friendly fashion. Um, it seems like it'd be very cool, which would be a good thing. But the thing about it is, my surname comes from a Norman ancestry. Um, Coburtson is a Norman name, which is kind of a cross between Norwegian and French, more Norwegian than French. And in 1066, William the Conqueror and my family invaded England and fought the Battle of Hastings and defeated the Anglo Saxons in the Battle of Hastings. So I'm technically not Scottish. Now, on my mother's side of the family, my mother's maiden name is Scottish, but my surname isn't. So I have a little bit of Scottish relation there, but not a lot. Um, so there was no real cultural um, motivation to wear a kilt. Um, but I work in a very, very hot environment. So I was thinking, this would be very cool, hopefully, very cool and ventilated and stuff. It'll be kind of goofy, and I tend to like weird things. You know, um, I, I tend to like weird guns, weird knives, and stuff like that. Like the Bond Arms Derringer, the Coastal 8015. Those are just a couple examples. I had the M6 Scout. Just I like some of the oddball stuff, but it'll hopefully be cool. It'll be kind of odd, and I can wear it at Renfest and not be out of place. I've only been to Renfest once, but I want to go back with friends. And if I have a kilt, I could wear the cold steel Scottish dark, and it wouldn't be out of place. It would actually, go with each other. Now, I'm not planning on wearing any tartan or plaid, but I was looking at the UT kilt, not to be confused with the Utila kilt. Utila kilts are way too expensive, but I was looking at the UT kilts and the Damnil Kiltum. Now, I like them both for different reasons. The UT kilt, it has a comfort waistband, which allows you to fluctuate in weight and still be comfortable or fit, period. And it has standard pockets. It has cargo pockets and standard pockets. And when I say standard pockets, those are like blue jean pockets or slack pockets. And then they have like the, Utila kilt cargo pockets. And the UT kilt actually has a pocket under the flap where you can put stuff, which is kind of funny to me. I guess I could put my XL Espada in there when I go to Renfest. It looks like a very practical kilt, because I fluctuate in weight quite a bit. Anywhere, well, I'm not going to go there, but I fluctuate in weight depending on my eating habits and activity, and I'm trying to get my weight down. So having something that will kind of fluctuate with me is good, because in general, I think when you buy a kilt, you buy it for that one size, and if you don't stay that size, then you're kind of out of there. You don't have that kilt. The Damnil Kiltum, to me, back to the UT kilt. The UT kilt looks very practical, but it looks very plain. It don't have a lot of buckles and D-rings and stuff to hang a sporran. I think that's how you say it. It has pockets, but it doesn't have a lot of clasp or anything. It looks very plain. On the other hand, the Damnil Kiltum has a little bit more character to it. It has the D-rings. It has some buckles on the side where you can adjust the waist, so it's a little bit adjustable. But it doesn't have like the pants pockets. It has the cargo pockets, but not the pants pockets. And it's cheaper, but to me, it has more character. It looks better. So I don't know which one to get. But I'm just here to get your opinion. Is it irresponsible to get a kilt if you don't have a Scottish last name? And I've noticed something. When it comes to kilts, it helps if you're not clean-shaven, and if you have, some muscular or fat features. People who are anorexic and, are kind of very bony tend to not look as good in a kilt as someone like, someone who's muscular or even fat, not like obese, but, to have a belly. And, it seems like if you have more definition in your figure, not just, that, you tend to look better in a kilt. And I don't know if I'd look good in a kilt, but I have facial hair. I have some, figure, possibly a little bit over-figured, full-figured maybe. I'm just slightly overweight right now. I need to bring it down a little bit. Anyways, what's your opinion on this? I've seen some clean-shaven people wear kilts, and they look kind of feminine, in my opinion. I've seen an Asian guy wear a kilt, and it just didn't go good at all, although he was happy with it. But I'm wearing this for practical reasons, as far as my occupation is concerned, and possibly for Renaissance Festival. But there's a problem with the kilt ideal, and that is that they pretty much cut off at the knees. So when I'm weed eating, if I'm weed eating near gravel or any heavy pieces of grass or whatever, that's going to be pelting my shin, and that is very uncomfortable in my opinion, and I don't like that. So I'd probably have to wear pretty tall socks, which would probably counteract the coolness of the kilt. Now, my inner thighs and that region over there, growing region, would be very cool on the mower and weed eater. But I don't know if I wear tall socks. One, that would look very funny with a Wellington boot, and two, tall socks equal more insulation, which would be retaining more heat. So I just want your opinion on it. Should I invest in a kilt? Let's say a $80 to $90 kilt. Be kind of a one-time purchase to see if it's a good idea. Would you be interested in a kilt review? Do you think it's a stupid idea to get a kilt if you're not Scottish or Irish? I think Irish wear kilts as well. But anyways, that's the video. If I get a kilt, I can wear a Coats of Scottish Dark at Rinfest, and it'll be appropriate. Also thought about getting the Cold Steel hunting hanger and dressing as a pirate, because I think pirates are pretty interesting. It's one of my favorite periods to learn about is the Golden Age of piracy. I like the Renaissance time period. Pretty much the Renaissance time period up to the 19th century is interesting to me. I used to be more of migration era and stuff, but that's kind of where I'm at right now. I wanted to bring you in on the conversation. Like and comment if you think I should invest into a affordable kilt. Dislike and comment, or comment if you think a kilt is a bad idea. So that's it. I'm a Satsu5, and I'm out.